Hey, welcome back to Daily D&T, folks. Phil Gallagher here. We're continuing to play with the Ancient Tomb Taxes, where we have pulled Wasteland from the deck to try a full playset of Ancient Tomb to see what that does to our play experience. Note, this is not something I necessarily think is good. This is an experiment. Opening hand is fine. Most of your openers that have Ether Vial are they're going to end up being keeps because Vial is the best card in your deck by a very, very large margin. This is also a hand where I might not be just like ramming out this Revoker on turn 2 unless I get a very good feel for what my opponent is doing. Well, got a pretty good idea of what I'm going to name with this Revoker now. Could be playing against D&T or could be playing against 5-color humans at this point. Currently unclear. Next turn, I'm somewhat likely to just jam my Recruiter of the Guard, get Stoneforge Mystic for Jitte, and try to take over the game in that way. But that could change. Alright, so where the needle has tilted to where this is more likely a D&T mirror. Not 100%, but more likely. Do I just want to port? I can just port the white source, wait for my vial to tick up, then hardcast Recruiter, get Flicker Wisp, go to my end step, Flicker Wisp my Recruiter. But I can just threaten Jitte counters next turn instead. So I'm just going to do that. Boop. Do I want to attack with Revoker and trade it for Mom? That would be fine. That would be fine. If they had another Mom, they would have played it out. So a first striker on the other side of the battlefield would be annoying. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. That means Plague Engineer. Alright. There's the first striker. I have that handled with a Caracas, but not immediately. I'll pump that up. We have four drops to respect, so generally speaking, it's going to be better to have it sitting on 3. So 1. I don't think you have another bomb. Well, you do have another bomb. Neat. It must have been the draw 4 turn. So I'm going to tap Cavernous Souls rather than... No, that's not true. I was thinking about, like, Swords to Plowshares. But true white-white may matter for some of the things that they're doing. You have your own Stoneforge, which also means you have some other 2-drop. You're getting your own Jitte. So much flood. Alright. So, my Caracas plan is kind of sad with their Aether Vial. Like, I can bounce the Thalia, but then they can put it back in and block. So I can't actually connect this turn. But I can set myself up to connect later. If they have a land, I'm going to be on the wrong side of this equipment war. Or am I? I guess we'll find out. So that needs to happen. This needs to happen. And then I'll pass. They also may not go for it because of how badly they'll get blown out by a Flicker Wisp. It's a delicate position. So this will be the Stoneforge activation. They do only have 2 cards, so I have that going for me. They may not have a land. Oh, great. Okay. So now I'll bounce this Thalia. Well, let's try, shall we? So you'll tap Vial, potentially put in a Thalia, which I'll bounce with Caracas. Swords to Plowshares is rough, but I don't think I could have afforded to Rashad Port down that Plains in my draw step. I think that needs to serve as mana denial for their turn. Alright. We're just going to equip that to another creature so that I have something defensively if my opponent attacks in. Sarah Avenger here would be a beating. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Okay, that's fine. That's an annoyance, and something I thought about, but I couldn't really afford to play around it by just killing the Stoneforge immediately. Yeah, you're just going to go to a mom. That's fine. I'm going to think about blocking. I don't think I do it. I think I just use a counter. I think I want to be keeping my Revoker on the table. A Spellskite. Well, that's something I never would have played around in a billion years. Huh. Now what the F am I supposed to do? Okay. So I can do it again, which like shocks them and redirects it to Spellskite. Then I can use the two other Jitte counters that I get from combat to kill their Spellskite. Or moms? No. Oh, okay. Alright. So let's try to kill that again. Jeez, this was disastrous. Alright, so now I block. I really need to kill this Spellskite, or I can't do anything else with my Jitte. The problem is that if I... Ugh. Okay. So let's... Or is it the mom that's the real problem? Because the... Yeah, it might be the mom that's the real problem. So now let's try to kill that. I think my opponent will redirect to the Spellskite. And now I'll get the choice. Do I kill the Spellskite or that mom? Well, I'll get to give them the choice. Again, I guess. The mom means getting Jitte counters is hard. Their Jitte counters mean getting Jitte counters is hard. Their Jitte means that they can kill this Revoker and leave me just with this. So I think I need to try to kill the mom again, and then they'll redirect to Spellskite. well, Spellskite is an interesting way to fight back against Rendon 6. So, like, I'm going to lose my Revoker, and then their mom plus Batterskull is going to do this. So I can't really miss this turn on my draw. I need something. Yep. Well, that's something, but it's not good. So, like, I equip here, but I can't attack him because of the Mother Runes, and then I'm just in, like, the Jitte Abyss. I think I'm dead. And the fact that my opponent has, like, Plague Engineer lurking. Oh my god, another piece of equipment? Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a lot of land. I think I'm going to go no blocks. Make them use 2 Jitte counters to get rid of my Stoneforge if they'd like to do that. The alternative is blocking and trying to get them to tap the Mom to open up a turn where I can do something. But I don't have like a Swords to Plowshares yet to go and take care of that. No good. No good. Alright. Needle's good. Council's Judgment, good. Relic Warder, good. Depending on what the build looks like, I could do some paths as well. Thalia's bad. That's our starting point for what we're going to pull, which is pretty much always the case. Thalia Heretic Cathar, also pretty bad. You know, anything that can be bounced by an opposing Caracas is kind of rough. But do I want Thalia Heretic Cathar or do I want Paths? I think I want the Thalia Heretic Cathar still. It may actually be good, depending on how many, like, non-basic planes my opponent is running. Like, I saw Cavern of Souls, I saw Scrubland. I would, like, make some statements about how many, like, sources you really need to support something like Plague Engineer. But in the past, I've seen so many people, like, play a Orzhov Pontiff or something off of, like, 3 Cavern of Souls, so it's whatever. This is a good opener. Not, like, amazing, but, like, turn 2 Thalia Heretic Cathar when I'm on the play into, like, turn 3 Restoration Angel means that I'm going to have a very, very swift clock, and I might just try to kill my opponent this game and, like, not even play the traditional D&T game. We're white stompy now. The other thing is that my Ancient Tomb is pretty likely to live. I just don't want my opponent to play an Ether Vial, because it undoes a lot of the work that this hand can do. That's good if I draw another white source. I would snap get this Ether Vial off the table next turn, unquestionably. Mixed blessing on that one. Okay. How cute do I want to try and be? If my opponent taps and returns the Thalia Heretic Cathar to my hand, and I blink it with Restoration Angel, I essentially get a time walk. Sorry about that. Let me mute that. Or do I just want to Council Judgment this Aether Vial? I Council Judgment the Aether Vial, and my opponent uses their turn to bounce my Thalia and play like a Stoneforge Mystic or something. It's so bad for me. This Restoration Angel play is like so cute, though. I love it. I really needed them not to have that Caracas. Or really, that Caracas plus the Vial. I'm going to take this Vial out. Don't have the mom, too. Okay, good. Oh, man. Thalia gets to stick around again? That's baller. It's really not expecting that to occur. Alright, so my opponent's not used to playing against this card. So that turn could have just been bounce Thalia, then play untap Cavernous Souls and play Spellskite. So I kind of lucked out there. Is this just like Palace Jailer? Ooh, this could just be like Leon and Relic Warrior time and keep the board empty. So good gets here are probably like Mom, Leonin, Relic Warder, Stoneforge, and Jailer. I have 2 4-drops in hand. I'm not going to get that. I'd really just kind of like Relic Wardering the Spellskite off of the table and keeping everything clear. The other nice thing about this is that it will let me go and use my Restoration Angels to reset it to something that's a little more valuable later if my opponent, say, gets a piece of equipment. Carrier? Okay. Do I want to resto it? I kind of want to resto it. Yeah, I'm just going to resto it and port them. Is Plague Engineer a carrier? Let's figure that out real quick. Is that why that's naming that? Plague Engineer is a carrier. I'm just going to port them off of planes, though. Given how that worked, that was kind of annoying. But it is what it is. So I think it's just port and hold up Restoration Angel. I don't really think I need to dump this vial into play. They have a second Plague Engineer. I accept my fate. What does that even remove? I guess it removes my Leonin Relic Order. Come on, come at me. Yeah! Although honestly, I may not even block it. I may just try to like aggro my opponent out. It's like three Restoration Angel hits is game. Yeah, I'm going to plan on just aggroing my opponent out with this resto. Alright, am I still porting? I can just take 2 more and port. To clarify, like play Thalia Heretic Catharian port. think I'm going to do that. Actually, at this point, if they have triple or quadruple white, it is probably worth attacking that one. So note that the Spellskite will be unusable as of next turn due to Restoration Angel. Never mind. Now life's bad. Because the Spellskite can just wall my current attackers. Attacker. Ugh. Ugh, I say. So now, end step, this Thalia Heretic Cathar is going to get bounced. Yeah. Alright, that's probably all she wrote. That getting Jitte is going to ruin me. That a batter skull out of respect for life total. Need a live draw here. Stoneforge, batter skull. That'll do. I guess I can think for a second about whether or not it's better to get Jitte. But I think I'm just going to end up in the abyss to the batter skull. If I don't get this. This also gives me something to do with my mana. And I think I have to stop porting. The batter skull on the Spellskite could be a problem, because that will produce 8 toughness, which is basically more than I can produce. Yikes. So if I attack in with batter skull, my opponent puts in their batter skull. I respond by putting in my Thalia Heretic Cathar so that it doesn't get... Okay. So I guess I can use Caracas to tap down, or sorry, use Port to tap down their Caracas, attack in with my batter skull, which then would need to be chump blocked. So now I make this attack. My opponent will activate their Stoneforge. Oh! That was unexpected. And I really wish I wouldn't have ticked up that second file. So I can just equip to my Stoneforge, or I can just like put my mom into play. I think they're gonna gain a little bit of life back. Yeah, I think I have to give them life back to do this. And then next turn I have lethal with... No, I don't have lethal with give this protection. I also have my clock to worry about now, too. I don't think I'm going to play this one out. I think I'm going to keep this as something to be bluffing with. Yeah, now that can just enter. Oh, jeez. Spellskite is eliminating so many of my outs. So I'm not even on, like, Flicker Wisp, Kill the Germ, Equip, Battered Skull. Get in there. I think these are both going up. So I can equip to Stoneforge, attack in, lose my Germ here, they attack back. Yeah, alright, alright. Womp womp again. I think we could have beat Spellskite or Plague Engineer, but like both of these together meant my opponent was very, very well equipped for the mirror. We'll try again tomorrow.